Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freak and freakettes, and all you drunk bunnies out there, welcome to the Easter edition of It's a Trip Over Radio Show, an alternative means of psychedelic masturbation here at S.STREET Media, here in the heart, well, not the heart, but somewhere on the leg of the Brooklyn, Queens extension.
Ridgewood.
Yeah, somewhere in there. How's y'all doing today? Hopefully y'all, got your buck out of the system and shit. And hopefully, you said your prayers, paid your tithes. I don't think, is church even open right now? Or are they Zoom churching?
I think some are Zoom churching.
I went to church today.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
The walls didn't fall in, but I was there.
Holy. Oh, shit. Do the ministers and the deacons, did they check you out?
Yeah, they did. They needed to check my temperature.
Ow. Oh, no, I'm talking about checking you out. Like, ow. Shoot. But anyway, what's going on Trip Over Radio Show? In case you have not been with us before, Trip Over Radio Show, an alternative means of psychedelic masturbation. We talk everything from sex, drugs, entertainment, politics, we're a real freakdom type of show and stuff like that. This is a show where we fuck monies up and eat them motherfuckers, and then we smoke them out. That's what we do here on the Trip Over. So let me go ahead and go around the table and let everybody know who's here. Of course, I'm your captain and host with the most and more to come. Your boy Will BK, of course, returning back to the show when she feels like it. Our Nubian El Mahogany, El Earth Shabazz, and whatnot. She's up in the spot.
Hi, how you doing, Will? Good to see you.
Oh, I guess. Say it again, Earth.
Hey, Will, how you doing, Will?
Oh, I'm just making sure because I waxed
You didn't hear me?
I waxed my ear.
Oh, okay.
And also today we got a special guest sitting in with us on the Trip Over Radio Show. An old friend of mine that happens to remember me. I remembered her, but not fully.
Okay.
But, tears on my pillow.
Oh, wow.
But, Vicky's up in here.
For you.
You know what I'm saying? Vicky, how you doing, honey?
I'm great. I'm absolutely fabulous, and I'm here in your presence, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Girl, you shining and shit?
Shining.
And she's shining. Shoot, I like that. All that silver, man.
Yeah. Can't afford gold.
I heard that. Oh, I guess we could start. Oh, I forgot. We can't start the show without, of course, me introducing the weirdest of the weird, kings of the freakdom, the only person I know that would finger fuck a bunny. Hardy Brooklyn, everybody.
Thank you. But you would actually fuck the bunny.
I probably would. I'd probably fuck it. Yeah, they wouldn't be going so fast anymore. I fuck it real fast. Shoot. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about a few things, but they're hounding me. They didn't want to know what happened at the funeral a few days ago for Monica, and it was in Long Island.
It was on Zoom.
And it was on Zoom. It was Zoom, and it was in person. So, it was very nice. It was nice. There wasn't as many people as you thought there would be. The family was kind of sitting all over the place and stuff, which was kind of odd. Monica had on a gold dress and like a gold lipstick and a red wig, which was kind of odd because they just didn't go with the ensemble. That's something Monica would not have chosen to put on her head. It was nice. Her father was there, her parents was there, so all these people that said it was going to be here.
So did you Zoom or did you go in person?
I had to Zoom. I meant to go.
And did you have the band person in the room with you?
I didn't have the band person. but it was nice. It was nice.
That was the option, though. You could either go in person or you could Zoom into the funeral.
But I got my ass handed to me several times on several little plates. Will, why weren't you there?
Oh, okay.
You were supposed to be here. I told you first.
Right.
People that all the people that was there was but okay. I got it. And then there was a repost for the family then there was a repost at the spot, which might have been ideal in some capacity. I'm not going to tell you what the spot is. And that was I think that was a little opportunistic to do it there, but here or there. But it was still nice. It was definitely nice. So I missed my friend. So hopefully no one else I know is gonna go anytime soon and shit like that. So,
Hopefully not.
hopefully not, man. That shit is no joke.
No.
That shit is no joke. So I think when I go, I want I don't know. I want to go out with a bang. I'm gonna go.
You want to have the traditional type of ceremony?
I don't know. I think I want to do the funeral. I want to do the coffin shit, and I think I probably want to be cremated and shit, because if I don't, or if I donate my organs and shit to something, if I donate my organs, if I donate my organs, and then somewhere in science they find a way to bring you back, now I ain't got no eyes. Or now I ain't got no rings. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'd rather. I don't know, but I'm trying to still think. I think I'm gonna cremate. I'll cremate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheaper and.
Yeah, it is. It is much cheaper.
It is.
It is
definitely.
cheaper.
It is much
I've always
cheaper.
wanted to go there, but I want to have a party.
Yeah.
Like I need my friends to celebrate.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in a coffin. I'm actually going to be sitting down on a couch.
Stop it! No, you're not.
With my legs crossed.
Oh my God, they do that now.
They
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Yes.
That's gonna freak people out.
It will
Definitely, that's Vicky. I'm all about the dramatics of everything.
Shit.
He's
Vicky's-
like, what?
That is
Who did
crazy.
y'all bring in here? Why am I here?
I'm just saying but that is interesting. I can imagine like someone like me doing that, sitting up with my hand on somebody's ass, another dead person, and I got my hand full of her ass,
right.
and y'all would be like, that's Will,
Yeah.
or maybe
Or
something.
just left there for all the guests to come sit on.
Yeah. Or
You must be out your mind. No. First of all, I don't play with them people.
or something creative like a plate full of cocaine, and you just see me just leaning over like this, something like that. That'd be kind of cool,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of.
How I live is how I want to go out.
How do you live?
Fabulously on a budget.
Oh, I heard that.
There you
Amen,
go.
amen.
Fabulously on that
I might have
budget.
champagne dreams, but I got bare pockets, but
Right.
you don't have to know.
I heard that shit.
Yep. Yep.
Shoot, man, I gotta take $1 out one pocket and put in the other pocket.
For real.
So yeah, so what else? So what are we gonna talk about tonight? One of the things we're gonna talk about tonight, of course, we're gonna talk about DMX.
Oh.
My man, he's giant. He's 50 years old. OD'd again. He OD'd in Yonkers in his crib, and he was in grave condition. And they resuscitated him, took him off the machine, and he's off breathing on his own. Now, Vicky, I know you had some type of relationship with him, not relation, like family.
Yeah.
Basically. How
We're
did you-
connected.
Okay, how'd you meet him?
Many years ago, actually. Many years ago when I was trying to be a rapper or whatever, but
Oh shit.
sidebar, I left that alone. But I'm so surprised that actually he OD'd because he was
Again?
doing better. Again.
Okay.
He was doing so much better, fatter. You know when people are getting high. He just really just wasn't fitting the MO. I'm still getting high. And if you just saw him on Versus, you could tell he was bigger or whatever. When he's high, he's skinny and he's really like
Right.
extra.
He got that agitated move.
Yeah, and I don't know. COVID happened. Who knows? He has a lot of kids. He has a lot of situations, and
I think going back on the road, also is very pressuring. If you're not part of if you never worked in the music industry or never been an artist or ever been a manager, it's very pressuring to be in the studio or being in the studio, being on the road, being the constant is very pressuring.
Think about it.
Especially
by 24.
and man, you take and also once you get a taste of that liquor, man, that floodgates everything when you get a taste of that liquor. You know what I mean? So
It can.
let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. because me and Genergy had this discussion. Do you believe that being an addict is I said to her that I believe that, it's very, at times there's just times where you can't kick it. You've tried to, like DMX, he's back and forth and whatnot, but sometimes the grip has you so strong on you that it's just hard to stop, or people are not capable of stopping. Some people are like that. But she says that's more so of a choice. Do you believe it's always a choice to be addicted, to be an addict, or to go back? Or
No, it's definitely not always a choice.
No.
Wait, what?
It's not a choice.
But why wouldn't it be a choice? You have the choice
if
to.
If you're manic depressive, you don't have a control of any of
It's
that.
an addictive
if you're
behavior.
in a depressed relationship,
Right.
or an abusive relationship,
Right.
it's a combination. You can choose to be in the relationship.
talk
Okay.
closer to the mic.
That's an outcome of the relationship.
Okay.
It's not an outcome of choosing to do a drug or not.
Yeah.
Like I notice friends of mine, like when they're depressed, having trouble at work, they do more drugs.
Yes.
They're not choosing to do the psychologically. They don't realize they're doing more drugs. They're hiding something else.
Right.
Right. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I mean, for somebody like me who doesn't suffer from depression or any of that, so I always wonder, like, why wouldn't it be choice? Why wouldn't it be just so easy? No, I don't want to do it, but you know what? You've made a really good point there. Yeah.
And being under a lot of pressure, all of these outside factors. If you're a good user, you can easily tip over to the other side. If you're not, if your life takes a negative spin, you
right.
can have the bad fight with the guy at Home Depot, which we all should be boycotting.
I heard about that.
Actually,
We'll talk about that after. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Vicklin, what do you think, Vicklin?
Addiction is it's just awful in so many ways. There's all types of addictions, and some addictions are just, that's it. That's a coping mechanism. If I do not have this, I cannot function. I cannot get up, go to work. I know functioning drug addicts, functioning alcoholics. And then I know some that are in the gutter and that just can't even get up. But that functioning drug addict needs that drug to perform and keep moving on as the day goes on.
This is why people should read this book, Drug Use for Grown-Ups. So then you know how to function. There is a system, there's a pattern for daily drug users, and how you can cope with being that. It's very unfortunate, and for DMX or anybody for that matter to stop.
And the only way you can expect somebody to cope with their drugs is if they have a good mental state of mind.
Exactly. Exactly.
See? I think the mental state of mind has a big part to do with that. It really does.
Especially in his case.
Okay. Did he suffer from any anxiety, depression?
All of that.
Oh,
all of
he
the
did.
above. All of the above. If you could just Google him and see interviews of him talking about his own self, his own struggles, the come up, and who first gave him drugs. Someone who first, and they slipped it in the weed. And that was a person that he considered a father figure. And he's already had the issues at home.
Do you know who it was, Vicky?
I can't remember his name. He said it. Like, if you Google DMX, he said it, who it was.
Yeah, I know. I just thought you knew.
Yeah.
You might have known him.
Yeah, I didn't know that person personally, no.
Do you take drugs?
No.
Do you used to take drugs?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Really?
I'm high.
Why is everybody so shocked? Like, really? She's clean, people. Yeah, she's clean.
I'm clean, but I don't know. I'm like I'm a judge-free person, but I drink alcohol on occasion.
That's the worst drug.
Yeah, and see, let's talk about alcoholism. Alcoholism is usually, it comes from generations to generations. I come from a family of alcoholics. I grew up around that. So, and then I had uncles that were drug addicts back in the 70s or whatever. Oh, wow. So I think that's the only reason why I've never really tried drugs, because they just wasn't having it. They just wasn't having it.
That's so different. Because
it was different. was different for me.
That's too bad. You never had a kid life.
No, I was just in them streets doing other things.
Other things.
Oh, snap.
I have
Dun,
stories.
dun, dun.
Oh man.
Um,
I'm a recovering cocaine user.
Recovery?
Yeah.
Recovery?
How you recovering?
How's you recovering?
Considering-
as soon as I said it, then he's laughing.
Matthew's like, wait, recovering
I
Recovering from last night's usage?
No, I used. In other words, I used to. I went to rehab.
Okay.
For 30 days. What
year?
You got them snickering in the background. I have a certificate. I have a certificate that said I completed a 28-day stint at the Kingsborough addiction place. Okay. So I understand what people are going through.
Oh, okay.
I understand. We don't condone drug use here on the show. We just don't.
I
I'm
can't.
saying.
I love the dramatics.
I'm saying.
I can't.
Ooh.
What is that? Oh, I thought it was. I thought that's what it was.
No, pass it back. That's it for you.
That's up for you,
Oh.
boy.
Oh.
And they're not crumb cakes.
Oh, I'm going.
This is edible.
Right. They're edibles.
Did you know that?
As soon as I see them, I knew they were edibles.
A good bull.
You call them a crumb cake.
Drug-free show.
Right?
They
got edibles.
Saying they DMX
Brownies.
to me. They DMX me. Because I didn't know that's what that was. Oh, coming on. No, all right.
I can't.
All right. So now we're going to talk about some sexy shit. Have any of you? Well, I ain't talking to you. Have either of you ever been part of a threesome?
Thank you.
Yeah.
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 Threesome, foursome, fivesome.
Oh,
I've had a couple experiences.
Really? Foursome and fivesome?
Well, once you get past a certain number, doesn't it become an orgy?
Yeah.
All at the same time?
No, not at the same time. They
Well,
happen at
no.
different times.
No, I meant just.
I'm not that much of a whore.
I'm saying. Well, you said you've done.
Wait. Why are you using that word?
Yeah. Why do you have to be a whore?
But the way he said it, like all at the same time.
No, because you said a threesome, a foursome, a fivesome. So that's what I said.
No, they were at different times. They were.
So one time you had a threesome, another time you had a foursome, and another time you had a fivesome.
And then another time I was invited to. It was like a whole house of
Oh yeah.
sexual.
Were you there,
activities.
maybe?
I was there.
No, I know of those places. So.
But I was there.
I do too.
All right.
And it was, but it was. That was way long
open
time ago.
again.
I don't do that stuff anymore. There's nothing wrong with it.
Are you
Don't get me
recovered?
wrong.
Did you go through a treatment
I
or
didn't
something?
do rehab. I didn't do a 30-day, 28-day stint.
Mm.
I
did for 28 days.
it was just a part of my life that's, I had fun with it. Some friends of mine, they've kind of, I don't even want to put this on anybody because this was on me. It was offered. So I didn't jump on it right away because I was a little nervous, like, oh, I don't know, never. And then so one day it was really nice. It was like in June, and it was like 85
June that
degrees.
just passed?
No, not the June that just passed.
You said it was in June.
No, it was years and years ago. It's been at least 5, 6, 7 years.
Do you miss it?
Do I miss it? No, I don't miss it. No. It was fun for a while it lasted. I think it's overrated.
Why?
I think
You didn't like all them hands on your earth?
At the orgy, no.
All right.
No, it was
All right.
it was a little overwhelming because it was my first time.
Wait, so your first experience was with the orgy, wasn't the
my
threesome?
first experience was a threesome.
Okay.
My second experience was the foursome.
Why you have to count your
Because I had to make sure that I was being truthful.
Okay, so the threesome was how many? It was you.
It was me and 2 other people. I was dating them both.
Oh, that's
You're
sexy.
right. And we had, I guess it was, maybe you can call it a polyamorous relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of. But it wasn't really a how do I put it? We were all new at it. So I don't think we were following certain rules. We were a little, one of the young ladies was a little more interested in me than she was in the other person, and I knew that wasn't right.
There's
like
rules?
Equal. Yeah. Heck yeah. There's
It
rules.
doesn't have to be equal. It has to be talked about.
Yeah.
Talked about that too, and when then I did try to talk about it, it was just like, well, I'm not really into such and such, and why are you here? Why are we doing this? I ended up ending it because I just felt it wasn't right. It didn't feel clean, kind of thing. Yeah, there was, like you said, you got to talk about it.
You have to have open communication.
You do.
It doesn't matter how balanced or unbalanced it is.
Yeah.
But you can have relationships where, hey, listen, you're my primary partner. I'm going to focus on you.
Right.
And then you have secondary, tertiary partners.
Right.
Then you can have different people that are even, but you have to have that open
You do have
communication.
to be, and I'm very much into it. It's got to be clean. It's got to be. And I've also had an experience when I wasn't poly and I was with somebody who was. That was a little different because they did it a little more. It wasn't clean. I felt like there was a lot of sneakiness. I felt like there was a lot of, they just wanted to do what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it. They didn't really care about how anybody else felt. And it got to be, it was a messy situation.
That's the man side of poly usually.
Yeah.
Is it? Well,
like
she was, I mean, she's a dominant, but she was a man.
I see that a lot in the scene where it's one guy that's going out and he's leaving his married wife at home because she's not into the scene.
Right.
But he's also doing everything in secret.
Right, and that's why I think that it becomes a problem.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it can be
And-
a parable.
I decided that it was easier for me instead of doing things in secret to do things on social media because then you don't have to remember them. Everybody else posted for you.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Well, the reason why I asked about a threesome is Vice Magazine came out with a guide to having a threesome during the pandemic. So I mean, of course, Hardy can tell you that, you just can't get any old random person like we used to back in the days. Not him and I, but there's certain rules to this thing if you're going to have, a pandemic, But I know since you still go to parties and stuff like that, what do you think there's some tips that people need to know about if you're picking a partner to be in the threesome with?
Talk to them about it. Have an open communication, and there's a lot of rapid tests that you can take, and you can. I mean, on all honesty, get vaccinated. I went to a party that you had to be vaxxed to get into.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, I'm not even mad at that.
And I was like, well, am I okay with this whole vax passport? And then I'm like, that guy could have just got off the plane and had COVID and doesn't even know it.
That's true.
And
Exactly.
It's not like he's intentionally hurting me.
Right.
Because he didn't get vaccinated. It's,
I can just imagine. I'm not taking that vaccine, especially not right
Shall
before
we
sex.
discuss the vaccine?
Shit, I'll sit there and be like, I feel good. I'm in the best condition of my life. I'm about to wax that ass. Shit.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Pass the fuck out. Well, according to Vice Magazine, if you're a couple, one of the first things that you definitely should do, as Hardy said, get tested first. So that goes without saying. Make sure you.
and when you're getting tested, you're not just getting tested for COVID. You should do a full STD test.
Yeah.
Well, that's another theory. Yeah, I guess you can do that too. I don't know if I want to wait that
You
long.
want to know what you're bringing to the table.
Sure.
Like, if you partner with somebody and you already have something, you don't want to blame them for giving it to you.
Right.
Shoot,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Scratching around your lower
Your
parts
area?
never gets old. Shh. You sure you're all right? Shh. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Shh. I'm ready. Anyway, so one of the things that it says, sanitize your sheets and your bed space. I guess. Yeah, I suppose so.
Sanitize your sheets. How about we just do a whole laundry day?
Well, you still gotta sanitize them. Keep condoms nearby, of course. Make the person feel at home. Make them feel relaxed and stuff. Talk.
That's going to stop the spread?
No, it's not stopping the spread, but I guess it makes them feel at home. I guess if it's the first time you're interacting that way,
Right.
So it's a good idea. Make sure the lighting is right, and the mood is right. Set the mood too. This is some real corny shit, man. We gotta do all that. Keep a towel nearby. You know that goes without saying. And also now I want to ask you about this point. It says don't start with your partner first.
Don't start with your.
I'm confused.
No, according to them, a Vice magazine, that now we're getting ready to do it now.
Right.
But don't start it with your partner first. Start with the other person first.
So,
Okay.
start is a very objective word, and starting to me in this context means foreplay,
Okay.
Okay.
and you might even still be dressed.
Right.
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 So you're starting. You and your partner are there to make the other person feel
Feel
comfortable
comfortable.
Okay.
through that.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean that the penetration has to start with that person, because that might not be even on the table.
Exactly.
But according to
And
this,
the one thing it left out is have a conversation with the person on what their boundaries are, what they're consenting to,
Okay.
and what you're consenting to.
okay, because according to this one, don't start with your partner first. It says a very key rule to a threesome: if you're hosting a person or inviting them into your circle, your partner and you already have each other.
Right.
So it's good to not let the third person feel more insecure.
Okay.
Right.
So let them feel that you're extending some of the love to them as well, inviting them with warmth. Kiss them first, put them at ease. Most importantly, kissing is the easiest way to find out if it's building up to something steamier. Bad kissers have rarely done well in our experience, so the tongue has to be actively involved.
Ah,
That's
really?
the foreplay, making the person feel
Feel comfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a good kisser?
I think I'm a great kisser. I do.
I believe so.
Yeah, I keep it in an area. It's not super wet. I'm not having you like because I don't like that either.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't like that. I need somebody to don't go crazy. You stupid Will. Will is trying to get ready to kiss me. No, like I don't know, but everybody has their own style.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep it under my nose and above my chin. Like that's all I ask.
Keep it out of my eyes, please.
Yeah, because
I'm trying to get a visual.
All up here, it's wet. All down here, it's wet. And then my whole face smells like saliva when we're done. No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about kissing. I'm talking about kissing.
Oh.
Math. Yeah, some people are really sloppy with it.
And that's why you need to have a conversation with
There
the
you
person.
go.
You don't
Yeah.
have what kind of conversation you have about kissing? Are you a good kisser? Do you kiss all
No,
over the
but
place?
that's like boundaries and limits. Like if she's having a conversation with somebody on what she's consenting to, she's gonna say, "I don't want your fucking tongue in my eyes."
Yeah.
I
Thank
love
you.
that already.
Thank you.
What about you, Vic? Are you a good kisser?
I'm a good kisser, but I don't do kissing.
You don't.
Nah,
There's
it
some-
takes
yeah.
it takes a minute for you to get this tongue. Yeah, and then you're gonna be all falling in love after. So let me get you all into me, and then when you get the tongue, then I know you're gonna be all in love
Kissing is
I'm
very
good with
intimate.
that.
It is
Very, very intimate.
Very intimate, very personable.
Yes,
but
yes.
I'm a kisser, but the tongue is different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll kiss and caress like
Right.
that, but not. You ain't getting
All right.
my lips on your lips.
Oh.
I kiss you from afar, Will.
Shoot, that's 6 feet. So it died right here before it almost got to me. Shit. So also if you're if you're third wheel, and you're planning on doing a threesome during the pandemic, if you're the third wheel, a little cleanliness goes a long way, of course. You know, compliment people the right way. What's
What
the
do
right
you
way?
mean?
Yeah,
Cleanliness?
I'm
What-
about
what
to
do you
ask
mean by
Ed.
that?
Okay, well, a
Brush
little.
your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay,
They have,
okay.
there have been times, especially I guess with men, when they come over to the place, refuse to freshen up, despite asking them to. You know. So,
There's a lot of men like that.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would you want to freshen up?
Because it's their essence. It's
Yeah.
their manness.
Make, right? Women do say the same thing, and and if you don't know if the person that you're with is an ass eater, you definitely want to make sure that the ass is clean.
You
or
want to make
something
sure
like that.
everything is up to par. I think is out of respect for, like, if I'm gonna be with you, it's just out of respect that I present myself to you at the cleanest way possible. Like everything is extra fresh.
You know.
I'm not gonna disrespect you like that.
Have you ever gone down somebody and you smell their ass from the front?
First of all, I'm not an ass eater.
Well, no, I'm just saying, gone down somebody, but you can right there from that way, you can smell the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that.
like a little off-putting.
It's really disgusting.
Off-putting. He said off-putting. Yeah, but I'm real funny like that. Like I can tell before I get close down there what is going on. Like there's tests that I do, finger tests, and
Just a little finger test, little pH
Yeah,
test.
speaking of finger tests, a guy did that to me, and then he was like, "Here, you smell good.
Yeah.
You're clean. Like
Yeah,
I know I was
yeah.
good. What do you mean? I'm lost.
Oh,
like what are you
whole
talking
finger
about?
test needs to go down.
He goes, "Oh, you passed the test. What the hell of test is that?"
Listen.
So you one of them people.
Yeah, because first of all, I need to see certain things. I need to make sure. Like
It's really
sometimes you
there.
go there and it's closed by crust.
Oh wow!
Like I haven't experienced it myself, but I knew this dude. He went with this
She
girl, went to
extra
hang out,
so
and no, listen. He's like, she wouldn't turn on the light, she wouldn't do anything. So he decided, before I do what I'm gonna do, let me just kind of caress and feel what's going on, because he couldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
And he said what he felt was a lot of hard crust
Mm-hmm.
in the opening. So at that point, he knew, oh shit, I don't know,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
He was chock full of shit.
Dried out sloppy seconds.
Or have you when you
That's
spread
what
it in a
I'm
man's
saying.
cakes? Did it ever?
Right.
Did you hear the like
The secretion,
like the wet?
no.
You know what I mean?
I only like to hear that wetness when
like
it's
when
vagina.
let me show you so you can.
Yeah. No, well, don't.
Will is giving me
He
booty.
just showed his whole ass.
Well, no,
It
that's-
looks
half
nice
ass.
and smooth. It wasn't ashy.
You know,
Now I'm gonna have to bring the dominatrix back to give him a good treat.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
yes,
bring the dominatrix.
yes.
We had a dominatrix.
Oh, what you had a dominate?
No. We
No,
could
I'm
get
gonna
a
bring one now.
dominatrix. He's gonna bring one.
Oh, I love to see
I'll
it.
just
What
bring
if
my
she
whip
was-
next time.
You did
Yeah.
look quite smooth.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Also, they says for the third wheel, just don't lie there. Just don't. That's a turn off. Like the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes.
So yeah, don't do that. And there's morning after etiquette. What is that?
Not to be there.
What is the morning after etiquette? Because one of them, the 3 and the 4, we all like hung out and woke up together
chill
the next
and
morning.
vibe.
Yeah. The next morning was cool. And, they made breakfast, and it was almost like
Oh, it was
nothing
a
happened.
thing.
Huh?
It was a thing.
Yeah, it was almost like it never really happened. It was just like, back to being friends again, and it was cool. To this very day, I'm still friends with them. Like,
Oh, that was a
we're
positive
cool.
experience.
We're
Yeah. So the morning after etiquette is you had a great night. Everything went well, and now it's the next morning, and you was the third wheel. It's like, you know what, guys? I really
breakfast.
liked you guys. Can I come back later on, or maybe can I come back later on today, or something like that? It's like slow down, man. Don't, because it gives off an impression that you might be in love with somebody there.
okay.
It
caught
already is being
feelings that
so-
quick.
That's that quick. Just give them the opportunity to ask.
Okay.
Would you mind?
Okay.
Or if we're not doing nothing later, But I don't know how Hardy does it. Hardy's always got some.
Tell me, Hardy.
Oh,
It depends. I kind of let it flow. It depends on, sometimes you have plans for the whole day. Depends on what day of the week it is. But always leave a positive, thank you, or it didn't work out.
Door.
Mhm.
It was not really a good lay. I'm going to move on.
Yeah, but you don't say that.
Or do the get up test. I'm gonna.
Sometimes you do communicate that it was an experience that I had and I don't want to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's fair and when you're in these relationships to communicate that instead of leaving them hanging.
Okay.
Because then you disappear and they're like, oh, that
Oh,
person just ghosted
oh,
me. What
okay.
did I do wrong?
Okay.
Communicate. Like if you disappeared from those people, how would that be?
Right.
Also, or do the get up test. In the morning. Let me get. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm going to see if anyone's going to say don't go or I had to leave.
Make
No.
sure you leave me your number and
You know.
contact so we can hook up again.
Yeah,
Is that good etiquette, Ed?
Something like that. So I'm asking another question, Hardy. Now after sex and everyone's laying down, is it okay for the third wheel to? I guess it goes with talking to somebody. Is it all right for the third wheel to be hugged, like let them caress or snuggle with one of them, but not the other one? Like it doesn't. Or should both people be?
It
snuggling?
depends. I mean, one might want to cuddle after, one might not want to. Somebody might have to go take a shit, and the other one will do a cuddle.
I wonder.
Or all three people might cuddle together.
Yeah, that's true. Which way did you do it in your threesome, foursome, and five?
There was no really cuddling afterwards, but because we were all friends, it just kind of just went on like, hey, okay, so it was like a weekend thing.
Oh, okay.
So it started from the Friday night, then we hung out the Saturday, and then the fourth person came the Saturday afternoon into the night. So then Saturday night, it was the foursome. And, I was really, really comfortable. I had no problems, and maybe it's because I knew them already. And then they were really good people. They were very honest. They were very open. There was no, like, sneakiness going on. So it was a nice experience. I think out of all the experiences that I've had, I think the foursome was the best. Because three of them were a couple. And I was kind of like the fourth one in.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was cool. I mean, I really, it was an experience. Certain parts of it I probably never forget.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was cool.
You're playing the tail on the donkey.
So, yeah.
Shoot. Any experience you want to share with us, Vicky?
No. No, I've never had a threesome.
A foursome?
No.
Shoot.
I'm greedy and selfish.
Yeah,
I could see you. I could see you in Aretha Franklin's Father's Church. I could see you up in the spot church.
Don't sleep on them church people.
I'm saying,
I grew up in a church, so you already know.
I'm just saying,
Because the church girls is the hottest
The
girls.
hottest and the fastest.
I was having sex before you knew it.
Oh shit! Well,
Long time ago.
when's a new you knew it for you?
What do you mean?
You see, we can't get no tea up.
Don't
on
push
this
it. She
mug.
was sick.
Shoot. But
Oh, when was the first time I had sex?
yeah,
Okay, I'm about to be on blast, like 12.
nice. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like that was a voluntarily thing. Like you was that fast at 12 that you was like ready.
I'm
only saying.
I was a slut.
When did you know at 12?
That's okay. Nothing.
12.
That's the thing at
Oh,
12.
I knew a lot, and my
you
body was banging. I was Jessica Rabbit.
Oh.
That's how I was built. I was
okay,
overdeveloped, and I had uncles that were crazy.
You were Jessica Rabbit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she's
had a
Jessica.
good waisting. I had triple D's. I've had breast reduction, so I had the big boobs.
Now you're just Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
Oh,
But no,
No, but it's
I was 12 and he was 17, going
Damn.
on 18. Yeah.
12
But-
and 17. Y'all
but-
are both babies.
No, he already had a kid. But the thing about it is I had sex and then I didn't have it again because I was like, that shit was awful. It hurt. It was like
What do you mean you never had it again?
for like a
long
long
time.
time.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
meant I was talking
yeah.
about to this day.
No, a
Yeah.
long time. It was like some people's first sexual experience is like,
No,
again.
they're lying.
Not mine.
They lying.
Not mine.
Damn.
Every female's first experience is always crappy. It is.
Men too,
It's-
some men too.
Is
But
it?
especially when we don't, especially
Know
if
what
you're a
you're doing.
virgin.
Of course, because we gotta like be bust open.
I think.
Sorry, I don't mean to
I wonder
sound
if
so
everybody.
fast.
I wonder if everyone. Did y'all ever get down? Do the get down?
Do the get down.
That's that.
What you mean?
the get down is almost like dry humping. Like you go to
Oh, yeah, I've
to an
done a lot of
alley
dry
and you with your pants
Yeah.
on. They
Yeah.
doing something, holding them and that.
I've been to parties like that when I was young. 12, 13, 14.
outside.
I was dry humping at 8.
What are you doing, Vicky? Are you serious? Dry
Yes.
humping at 8.
At 8. Yes.
What did you know?
Poor bunny. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take a break because we've been
Take
talking a
a
lot.
break.
Once again, it's the Trip Over Radio Show. Don't turn to me into psychedelic masturbation. Your boy Will B. K, El Mahogany, Vicky, Hardy Brooklyn, and here we are at S.STREET Media. We'll be right back. It's the Trip Over Radio Show.